Our next solo drills that we can work on are sweeps and takedowns. A lot of schools, they neglect the takedown aspect of the martial arts. A lot of schools, they'll do the grappling, start on the knees, they'll hit high five, bump fist, and then they go at it. A lot of schools just practice the striking, the punching and the kicking. They hit the air a lot, or they hit a bag or something like that. We, as a whole, unless you're doing judo, that part is missed a lot. So one of the things you can do to practice on your own is do a little dance in that. So the little dance, and I'll do it kind of going straight forward till you see, is I'm going to act like I'm hanging on to my opponent. It could be the lapel grab here, it could be the sleeve, it could be different aspects of the wrist, the head here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, kind of like I'm grabbing a steering wheel, and I'm going to turn the steering wheel. All right, this is a common description of how we do the sweeps. We are going to turn the steering wheel into the direction that we want to take the person down. And then our leg or our sweep is going to go the opposite way. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to turn this way because I'm going to do my back leg as a sweep. So I'm turning a little bit, and as I do that, I come through and I sweep the ground in front of me, and then I'm just either going to come back to my stance, or if I'm dancing forward, I sweep, right, and then I step forward, I sweep, step forward, back in your stance. When you sweep, don't set your foot down, so now you're cross-legged and you got to do this weird motion. See that a lot. So I'm here, I steer the wheel, boom, and I sweep, and then I set back. Now I'll simulate that I grab the opposite side here, the opposite wrist, the opposite lapel, and I'm going to turn again, and I sweep the floor. I'm not kicking their leg, I'm not turning my hips, I'm trying to off-balance them with steering wheel and then just take their feet out from underneath them. Sometimes it's because they're about to regain their balance by moving their foot. As the foot is in the air, that's when you hit it and sweep. So they're expecting to be able to put their weight on it, and then all of a sudden it's swept and they can't put their weight on it, and you get the takedown. Then we'll add some lifts to it or snaps. So I can have the collar and the wrist, and I'll snap down here and simulate that I'm pulling them forward. I'm pulling them here, pulling them towards me, and then as they regain, so they're moving forward, they try to regain their balance, or they're moving forward and they're stepping forward to regain their balance here. Boom, then I immediately go to the steering wheel and sweep. I switch my stance, I snap down here, boom, snap down, sweep. Switch my stance, snap down, sweep. So we can do that dance going forward and backwards. I have to do it backwards here. So I'm going to do it with my lead leg. I'm turning this way, snap down, sweep, and then I'm changing my stance again. Snap down, sweep, changing the stance. We can also do it with the lift. So I'm here, I'm going to lift them up this way, get them on their toes. As they're on their toes, I'm going to sweep their leg and then come back. So I lift, sweep, back. Lift, sweep, back. Going backwards, I lift, sweep, back, lift, sweep, back. So those are some of the drills that you can do just dancing back and forth. So I'm coming here, I'm here, switch my stance, sweep, boom, 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 sweep, boom, 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 till you're off the camera. Some more solo drills. All right, the next takedown or throw that I like to do, that's a good solo drill to practice. This is always fun to watch people do it the first time because it's just difficult, got a lot of moving parts, so it's difficult to be coordinated if you've never done this before. So I'm in my stance. I'm going to act like I'm grabbing my opponent again, so I have that steering wheel grip. So what I'm going to do is my back leg, I'm going to step forward here. And then I'm going to turn my back to my opponent and act like I'm lifting them up on my hip. All right, so I step, and then as I start to turn, I'm going to skip. So the skip comes where my back leg now replaces where my lead leg is, and my lead leg throws a little kick. So I'm here, I do that little skip, and then I look behind me with that kick. So I'm in my stance. I'm going to end up changing my stance a little bit, and my grip. I step, I'm going to pull this way here, right, and I'll lift this way, and I do my skip, and I look behind. When I look behind, that turns my spine a little bit, makes it easier for them to be flipped over. Now, the flip could be coming off my hip, or I could be kicking their legs out as well. So I'm here, hit my grips, I step, skip, and then back. I step, skip, and back. So You'll see when you practice this a few times, most people forget to look behind them when they do it, or they have the grips a little bit weird, and the grips are for off balancing, and obviously it's hard to do that without a partner, but it'll look something like this when you're walking down. So I step, have my grips, I'm pulling, I skip, and I'm throwing them over my hip, or I'm kicking their legs out from underneath them this way, and then I can switch stance coming here. So I step, I skip, I'm pulling them with the kick. So coming back, I step, skip, and then switch your stance, moving forward. So those are some solo drills that when you get back and add a partner to it, you'll see how that works out real well. For those that know, I have done those throws before, you can practice them on your own. Now you got a couple different dances that you can do throws and takedowns with. To add to that last drill, if you do have a bag or something that you could tie some bands to, this can also help and develop some torque with it. So I'm going to have my grips here on the bands. I step again, I throw that skip, and I'm turning, I'm looking behind, and throwing that kick. So I come back, I step, and skip. Coming back here, step. Another way to do the drill.